Another thing I want to mention is the screws. Great screws, great design for hanging blinds because they've of course got the hex on the top. They also have the flat blade. I cannot stress enough, don't use the flat blade, only use the hex. I have a hex bit on the drill, as you can see, and it was just simply a little driver, a nut driver in the same shape, same size as the top of this screw. It prevents stripping. It goes in easy. It just has a lot more torque, so it's a lot easier to deal with. But let me just say something. Let me say this about that. These screws, although I do like them, obviously made in China because all screws, everything is made in China. And quality, it's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. However, I have managed, not that I am stronger than your average bear, but I have managed to completely shear off the top of that screw by using the drill. And of course you need to make sure to set your drill so that you're got a little bit of room there so that when you press the trigger it's not going to have such force and torque that it's going to strip it off, because I've tried to tighten a screw into a bracket, not this bracket but a bracket, and have to shear the head off the screw. So be very careful when you're doing this. I'd recommend just getting it just a little loose, taking your drill out, and actually hand tightening with a flathead screwdriver. That's what I did with this one, and worked very well. And like I said, that little square you see, of course, was from the mini blind mount that apparently I didn't take off when I painted, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's all gonna be covered up. So that's the latest on the screw. Really recommend that. And I also said that's a 5/64 drill bit, which is all out of focus, but you know, there it is. Okay, you've got to read the instructions on these. I can't stress that enough. If you are too cool to read instructions, just diminish your cool a little bit and read the damn instructions, because they really do have some good tips in the instructions. For instance, this mount, you've got to make sure the top, you got to make sure that that's the bottom. But some other things, some other tips on it, just read the instructions.